Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nerd Room with J&J for another Marvel Legends review for you. I'm James Sharmack, as usual. So today we are looking at the X-Man figure, the Nate Gray figure from Age of Apocalypse, and the latest figure in the Sugar Man wave. Obviously, it's a build figure I'm looking to build because he looks crazy. I do know the character, but I want to see what the figure looks like. Anyways, you want to look at Nate Gray here. Obviously, turn around the box. We have all the stuff on the front. Artwork on his back. I did say that Age of Apocalypse is one of my favorite storylines ever, so I'm glad to have the figures. Nate Gray travels between dimensions armed with astonishing psychic powers. I know a little bit more about Nate Gray than I do Jean Grey, so I might talk about it. Figures in the wave, of course. More artwork on the side, back to the front. The Age of Apocalypse logo, done by Joe Medidera. So anyways, we're going to take them out of the box, take a look at the figure, and the parts for the build figure, so let's get on to it. Okay, so we have Nate Gray, the X-Man, out of the package, looking very cool. It looks like they might have used a few parts from the Havoc 90s figure. I don't have that figure, but eventually I'll probably get it and take a look. But still a very cool figure to look at. Obviously, he represents the figure, obviously. Two arms from Sugar Man. We'll worry about that when we do the build. So let's take a look at the figure, very cool. As I said, he's a little bit thinner in the comic, so they looks like they probably used some parts from the Havoc 90s figure that comes with 90s Polaris. But it is what it is. Still, do what you can, make it look cool, right? Obviously, he's the Age of Apocalypse version of Cable, I guess. I do like that crazy 90s hair he has. Remember? You might remember those days. I remember those days. If you don't, it was a very weird time, and hair was sewn everywhere. Especially, not so much long hair, but still. Anyways, Nate Gray here was an escape from one of Apocalypse's prisons, and he's instrumental in trying to destroy Apocalypse. Anyways, let's take a look at his articulations. So his head goes back that far, goes forward that far, goes all the way around. A little bit of a tilt. Arm goes up that far, goes all the way around. Bicep rotation, double joint at the elbow and forward and back on the wrist. The jacket kind of inhibits the diaphragm going back that far and forward that far. He has rotation at the waist throw. Basial part that far, forward and back that far. Thigh rotation, double joint at the knee. Calf rotation and forward and back on the ankle. So let's get him some poses, right? Because it's about that time, and I love doing the poses. So you need him to stand up. He's a little bit problematic when it comes to standing up for some reason, but come on, you. Anyways, we're gonna put on some poses and see how it works. It's a very cool looking figure. When you can get him in the ground poses, he looks cool, but the ground poses are a little bit iffy, obviously. He has that stability problem where something as simple as this, he wants to fall forward or fall back, whatever. It's just jerry-rigging. I know, it's commonplace. I've probably said it 100 times, but it is what it is. The flight stand ones look pretty cool, but if you want to get some extreme, ones on the ground, it's still tinkering you gotta do with it, but it is what it is. And here I have him standing next to the previous review, Jean Grey. I don't know. I know there's a storyline. I know that they meet up in the comics. I don't, for the life of me, recall what the relationship is. I know they meet up because I pretty much followed maybe one or two books. I probably skimmed through most of the other books of the Age of Apocalypse, but it is what it is. These two look pretty cool together, so there you go. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts on the Nate Gray figure. A figure that, the stability is a bit wonky. Literally, I had to do this segment 3 times because he kept falling over, even with just his pose. He's a little bit wobbly now, so, we're going to try to get through this part anyways. But very cool looking figure. It's a figure that I've kind of wanted. I'm not really a fan of the character, but I've known of the character. and he's probably one of the more important ones in the Age of Apocalypse. And you know, I'm happy to have him in the collection. And if you wanted to put him in the main collection, obviously he jumps the universe when that universe reality gets destroyed. So there you go. So if you wanted to put him in your X-Men collection, I'd go for that too. I mean, I do wish the body was a little bit slimmer, a little less bulky with a jacket, but what are you gonna do, right? But I'd say this is probably a grab, especially if you want to build the Sugar Man figure, which if you're an Age of Apocalypse guy like me, you're going to grab. So anyways, I want to thank you guys once again for watching one of these reviews. I always appreciate it. I appreciate your comments. So if you like this review, you hate this review, let me know in the comments below. If you know a little bit more about Nate Gray and Age of Apocalypse, write that down in the comments too. I'd love to learn a little bit more about the characters that I don't know about. Next review, it's a character I do know about. We're going to do the Sunfire, because he's one of the books I actually followed in Age of Apocalypse and read straight through, so I can tell you his story, his background, whatever. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it. If you did like this video, hit that like button. I liked it a lot. People love the likes. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, why not give the channel a subscription? We'd really dig it. And whatever, if you want to share a video, please go on ahead. Anyways, my name is James Sharmack. You've been in the Nerd Room with J&J. So until next time, guys, I want to thank you and say keep on collecting and happy hunting.